nice little beer that we're drinking, a little IPA. So let's get going. We're just gonna cut this really fast, so just in case I make loud noises, we can edit it all out, all in one go. Okay. Normally I am more of a cut as I go kind of guy, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Yum. The butter sauce that the shrimp cooked in, or it's basically just like garlic, butter, lime juice, and just some seasonings. It's so good. If you guys don't know or haven't ever tried Cajun seasoning, you really need to. It's so good. Or, I'm sorry, I'm talking Cajun, but I mean jerk. This shrimp is a jerk seasoning, so it's like more of like a cinnamony, kind of like, got a very slight sweetness to it, but not super crazy. But that little bit of a spice, so good. some people don't like the having to peel the shrimp, but I personally think that it tastes a lot better, at least the way that we cook them on the grill. We use the charcoal grill, so it just holds in that flavor, and I mean, it was in like a little boat with the butter sauce, so like a tinfoil boat. Butter sauce. There you go. Oh. So I was gonna update you guys on the garden. So I have not really had much luck at keeping the chipmunks out of the garden. So, well, squirrels, chipmunks, whatever it is. I haven't installed a camera or anything to be able to tell, but yeah, I pretty much gave up on harvesting strawberries this year. So that's a bummer, but the plants themselves are doing really, really well. So that is a positive. But we just had a really, really bad storm. Well, bad. There's some pretty gusty winds and stuff, but a bunch of my corn was all kind of laying over, and the spinach was too, but the spinach is already bolted anyway, so it is what it is. Looks beautiful, but it's got a bunch of flowers everywhere. But basically what bolting means is it basically got too hot, because spinach doesn't necessarily like a lot of direct sunlight. So it just got too hot because we just had a really, really hot week here in Michigan. It was brutal. I was watering things like twice a day, which is crazy because I have some pretty good soil that I mixed up that holds water really well. It's a high in peat moss, so it retains its moisture really, really well. But yeah, it was so hot. UPS was pretty brutal with how hot it was. Just sweat soaking through shirts. But at least you stay hydrated. Everything is fine. Oh, this is good. These shrimps are so smacking. I really do like shrimp. One of my good buddies just recently visited. If you're watching, what up, Dave? He watches these videos too. I have good friends that support me. But anyways, we did some trip when he was out here. No, the surf and turf is always fucking great. No, 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 no. Okay, so I just had to fight the cat off a little bit. And I tried to use the back of my hand so I didn't get the grease all over, get the butter sauce all over Peps. It's because I have the cheesecake next to me and she really wants to check that out. Peppo really likes her dairy. Oh, man. So freaking good. As long as you don't mind getting a little messy. was on the grill, but in a way, it was like a because it kind of boiled in the butter sauce, but then it also smoked a bit from the charcoal. But now we have the cheesecake. Well, key lime pie cheesecake. Key lime cheesecake. Whatever it is. But I am so excited for this. I love me some cheesecake. There's actually quite a few people that I know that don't like it. I just don't understand that. It's so good. Like the best of both worlds. It's got cream cheese and it's like a pie. It's a cream cheese pie. I mean, you can't go wrong. This one's pretty good. Crust is a bit crumbly, but it's alright. It's kind of nice like that. I don't know. I'd give it a solid, like, 7.5 out of 10. Maybe 8 out of 10. Yum, 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 yum. So, I really didn't drink any when I had the meat. But I don't know why beer sounds kind of good with this key lime pie. But, well, it's so good though. The key lime is one of my favorite types of pies. This is called the IPA from Wild Range Brewing Company. I've never heard of Wild Range. This is probably the cheapest beer that you can buy right now. Well, as far as like craft, like IPA, I got it from Aldi. It's $8 for a 6-pack, so that's pretty cheap. And I'm in Michigan, so I don't know how that compares to other areas, but typically our 6-pack packs around here are like $12. And that's $12 before the deposit. So, if you've made it this far and you're still watching, I forgot to mention it, but go to the beginning of the video, or just like take a look at the thumbnail, and take a look at like how much strawberries are on my plate, because that was a single strawberry that I cut for my cheesecake. It was the biggest strawberry I have probably seen ever. Honestly, it was almost as big as the palm of my hand. It was unreal. But yeah, it was a single strawberry. So take a look at the thumbnail or something, and then you'll see how crazy and big that was. I'm gonna squeeze this lime out there a little bit. Get a little extra lime flavor. Yeah. The lime slices are just for decoration, really. They're not sliced thin enough to like really be able to like eat it, you know. So at least I took it off, you know. It's really good with the lime squeezed on it. I'm gonna do that with the other slice too. I do love cheesecake though. I know I've probably said that like 7 times already in this video. The fruity ones are definitely my favorite. Like raspberry for sure. Strawberry, you know, things like that. But the chocolate and like really rich, like, you know, like the turtle ones, like I like them, but I'm not it's not my first choice. Sometimes they're a little too sweet for me. But that's why I like the fruit, because it kind of like breaks up that sweetness a little bit. So when my girlfriend gets home for dinner tonight and she wants to eat a slice, I don't know if I should have another one, but I might. It's so good. So good. And it's not like I'm gonna get fat or anything. I swear. I've been trying to gain weight for the entirety of my life. And weight gain just doesn't really exist for me. Yum, yum, yum. So good. Maybe I need to start expanding the vocabulary a little bit instead of saying so good all the time. Dave was making fun of me when he was over here. But maybe I need to start saying it was great, or phenomenal, or fantastic, or delightful, or tasty, or flavorful. So many more words that I could be using. Oh well, what are you gonna do? The kitty's right here. She's such a sweetheart. She was cuddling me earlier this morning so hard. Like she had her like whole head like turned up into my chest. It was so cute. She is quite the lover. But she doesn't like Dave. She's not a super friendly cat towards other people other than like her humans, you know. And I've been dating my girlfriend for, well, officially about 2 years, but unofficially like 2.5 years. But Pebble formed a little bond with me for sure. She would come and sit on my lap and stuff, and so she's my little girl too. But Gizmo is like my baby. She's just, I don't know. Like if she has the choice, she always chooses me. So I don't know. Gizmo will let me do anything. Like she's one of those cats that like will dangle kitty like as long as it's me. Like she'll let me do whatever I want to her. So, but it's so funny too because like I was never a cat person really. Like I always had dogs growing up, and I mean my whole family really is allergic to cats, so it makes sense. But yeah, it's just interesting, like the differences in like personality in just even the two cats, really. But like the difference in like having a dog versus having cats, because it is very, very different. But it is kind of nice though, because like we have the automatic feeders, so like for a long weekend we can just leave the cats and they'll be okay. You know, they've got their feeders that go off, and like my girlfriend even has an alert that will go off if like the power goes out or something. So we'll know like if the feeders would get messed up or anything. But yeah, makes it really nice. You can just have like one of those water dispensers that has like holds like a gallon of water, and then the automatic feeder, and they're good for like a week or two before you really even have to check it. So, but I just noticed that little curly cue back there. It's because it's been so humid and hot. I guess today wasn't that bad though, because the storm rolled in, and it freaking hammered us. It actually like stormed 2 days in a row, because yesterday it stormed pretty hard too. So much so to where like I went out to the garden and like I could see all the dirt like up on the leaves and stuff. But today, yeah, the corn was like normally it stands like this. It was like this today. So, but I went out there and I kind of rightened everything, and I kind of damped down the soil a little bit to kind of help hold everything in place. So, but the corn is looking pretty good. I'll have to do like a short one of these days and just like show you guys the garden, because I'm pretty proud of it. No, but the lettuce is popping off. I have so many really good romaine lettuce heads that are starting, and then we've also got some black-seeded Simpson, and then I just started a bunch of kale and some butter crunch lettuce, and I have some more spinach that I'm starting, but it takes a little bit longer than everything else to germinate, so still holding out on those to pop. But yeah, freaking stoked. I love growing plants, and the goal is to one day have a little farm with some land, and maybe like 10 to 20 acres, nothing crazy, but just to have a little like what I would call an artisan farm. So obviously like enough to provide for myself and my family, whatever my family ends up looking like. If it's just my girlfriend and myself, like, I mean, we don't really have plans to have kids, so but you never know what life can bring. But yeah, just to like do like maybe an acre or two where the home sits, so just like, you know, a yard, maybe a pool, definitely a hot tub, but we'll see. And then a nice catio and a nice porch and deck on the house. But then we'll see though, because Peppy is a straight up indoor cat, but Gizmo might be a hybrid kitty, or she might just be an outdoor kitty, like barn kitty, because I think she could thrive as a barn kitty. But anyway, going off on a tangent, it would be like a 20-acre total, maybe, and then you're just working like 10 of those acres. You could even have some like animals and whatnot. I would love to have some bees. I want to keep some bees, and take something where it's like a big greenhouse and they grow a bunch of tropical plants and stuff. That's kind of like the vibe that we want to go for, and maybe even have, some edibles, some tropical edibles that are in that greenhouse too. Who knows? But yeah, no, we're just got some big plans. I'm working on selling my house right now so that we can kind of take the next step and like start putting money in different places and start to really kind of save up more money and figure out where the investments are going to be best placed. But yeah, we'll see. We're kind of running on like maybe a 5-year timeline. So like maybe 5 years in this home, and then starting to look for a piece of property that we can build a home on. So we'll see. We'll see if that timeline holds, or if we can even go sooner. Because I mean that's the idea. Is like we wanna get out of Dodge. Like we like this city, but wow. I say we, but I know that this whole farm thing is definitely more up my alley. My girlfriend, she is not super passionate about the farming and like gardening and stuff. That's kind of my whole area. But she really loves the animals and stuff. So when we get a bunch of animals, like she's definitely gonna be up for helping tend to the animals and just love on them and care for them and all that comes with raising animals and stuff. So the idea is maybe some chickens. I mean, they're really smelly, but I probably do want some ducks as well. Probably go with I haven't decided if I would want to do goats or if I would want to do just like one cow or 2 cows, just like one, growing them and butchering them after a year or 2. But oh my gosh, I forgot to mention to you guys. Okay, so it just reminded me because I was scratching one of them, but I got a bunch of crazy little bug bites after a day in the garden. And like when I say I have never had an itch like this in my life, like this was terrible. The most insane, like severe itching that I've ever experienced. And so I was kind of like looking it up because I was like, this can't be just like a mosquito bite, because I had these things everywhere. I had it like all over my arms, and like I was wearing a tank top, so I had it like all over my ribs and stuff. And after looking it up, it was as far as I can tell, because the little bites after a little while, they kind of looked like little pimples, and I was like, what the heck? Like a pimple that itches this bad? What the heck is going on? But turns out chiggers cause this reaction because apparently they like lay their egg in on the like surface of your skin, and it like creates this like little like pocket of dissolved flesh, which is what the pimple part, the pussy part. But basically that's what the larva eats, and then it falls off when you scratch it. So like it's such a gross concept, but yeah, I had like probably 20 of these chigger bites all over me after doing a bunch of weeding. So yeah, that was new. But when I tell you that itch is like unreal, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. So, but anyways, that's about all I had. I mean, obviously the food was freaking phenomenal, and the cheesecake was on par with that. So, yeah, I got no complaints today for lunch, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peps is falling into stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are doing really well, and hoping to get another video going soon here. I posted a comment to one of the new subscribers or commenters, but